What's up, guys? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to a video from the Average Men Unplugged channel. Without further ado, let's get it.
What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys from seems to be a divorce lawyer who did a video that went viral about why you should not even consider being a stay-at-home wife and mother. And at first, I thought she was going to come from a place of logic, but I actually left a comment, and I'm going to share with y'all her reaction to my comment, because in my opinion, it kind of came off a little disingenuous. And I just think this whole conversation in general is disingenuous, because most women are not going to get this man anyway, so I don't even understand why it's such a big topic of discussion. But anyway, let's go ahead and share this with y'all and see what she has to say. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Unless your husband's making 6 to 7 figures, I don't think you should even consider being a stay-at-home wife, and here's why. I recently made a post about being a stay-at-home wife is one of the most treacherous and dangerous positions a woman can put herself into. And I got some comments like, well, isn't the estate 50-50 in Texas? Isn't it all marital property? Let me show you. I think we can all agree on this, that husband is working his job, doing a career ladder, going up, 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 because he has a wife at home that's able to care for the children. He doesn't have to take sick days. He doesn't have to call in from work. He can really focus on his career. Wife kind of stagnates. She's doing the at-home stuff, and there's a lot of value to that. It's surprising to me how many men don't understand the domestic value of labor. The fact that you don't have to stay home when a child's sick. The wife's running all the errands. A lot of times the wife is contributing to that husband's business. And so you're like, well, aren't wives safe because, especially in Texas, everything's community property? Well, this is why I say, unless your husband is a fucking stud and making good money, I wouldn't even consider it. So let me show you the numbers and the breakdown. Let's say your husband is just an average Joe. He has every tool in his arsenal to be making more, doing more, and all of that. But let's just say he just ain't that dude. He, is making $70,000 and retires making $80,000 or $85,000. I'm sorry, if you have a stay-at-home wife, your job is to excel in business and be making more, and that would be a complete letdown to me if I was a stay-at-home wife and my dude just ended up being average. And that is what I face a lot in divorce court. Our average Joe goes and gets him an average affair, and we've got kids that are 15, 16 years old. So let me show you how this really affects the stay-at-home wife. Let's say he has $80,000 saved in his 401k, and let's say there's $100,000 in the house. Usually my average Joes, they don't have any other equity or houses and stuff like that because they are average Joes. So the wife will end up with, let's say, half of this. So she'll get, 40 here and 50 here. That's $90,000. And that may sound like a lot of money, but then she has to get a new house. And now she's entering the workforce with probably 15, 16-year-olds at home. And she's making $15 an hour. That $90K doesn't last very long. However, husband, he is still here at his career ladder. Even being an average Joe, he is still starting with skills, a resume, all of those things, but he's not starting at the bottom. So he may get half of the divorce assets, but he gets to remain at the top of the ladder. So Texas, being an anti-spousal support state, can be really dangerous for women who are married to average Joes. Now, this equation changes drastically when your husband actually used your domestic labor to do more in life. Let's say he's making 6 figures, 7 figures. Let's say he's got $1 million in child support when he decides to go and have an affair. Let's say you've got multiple properties when he decided to go get an affair. You are going to walk away safe. But if you married an average Joe, sorry about you. Shouldn't have done it. You should strongly consider your value of being a stay-at-home wife and what value your husband brings, because never say never. It can happen to you.
It really pisses me off when these elitists, just like this lawyer, talk trash about the common working man. You and I all know that the average salary in America is roughly between 42 and 50 grand a year. Guys making 70 to 80 plus a year are actually doing pretty good if their debt load is under control. But moreover, while she's sitting there shitting on the regular average working man with her law degree, I want to remind her that we all can't be attorneys. Because if we all were, who the fuck's gonna build the courthouses to practice law in? Where the carpenter's gonna come from to make the bench the judge sits behind while he deliberates? See, she then goes on to double down on stupid by saying that the reason why she sees so many divorce cases is because, number one, it's the man's fault and because he committed adultery, when we know from the easy to find data we all have access to, that if a woman's highest educational accomplishment is high school diploma, is a 70% chance she's going to be the one to detonate the marriage and destroy the family. If she's been to college at all, associates to PhD, doesn't matter. There's a 9 out of 10 chance your wife will betray you with divorce papers. And yet she's putting it off on us. Like men are the fucking problem. Yes, there's problematic men in the world and sometimes they get married. But we can't even pretend that's the lion's share. All the while, she's making it seem as though a man who works a regular job, the type of job that makes this country work, should not have any expectation that the woman he pairs up with is going to be there to take care of his household as long as he's holding down the financial reins. This is beyond embarrassing.
Now, I wanted to screenshot this, but for some reason, when I click on to my comment on TikTok, for some reason, the comment isn't automatically popping up. And she had like 700 comments on this video, you guys. I wasn't about to go through all them damn comments just to find mine, and that would have took me all night to find, but I got it up here on my phone. And my comment was conveniently leaving out the part that most women won't get this man y'all talk about. This as if there's a 6 or 7 figure man for every woman, LOL. And you want to know what her response is? And this is what I mean by the disingenuous. And this is what Kevin Samuel said when he said, these women feel the need to be right all the fucking time. Her response, as a divorce lawyer, who most of my friends make over 6 figures and don't hold degrees. Who your circle is up to you. Ma'am, most of the people in my circle are making 6 figures or close to it or more. And I don't have the same fucking stance as you. So what does that say about you, ma'am? What the fuck are we talking about? Who's your circle is up to you. That still don't change the fact that most of y'all are not going to get this man. Like, do you not understand how fucking disingenuous that sounds? I tell you, bro, and this woman is a fucking lawyer, bro. Obviously you ain't that fucking bright. And you ain't really catch what I said, or you just completely ignored it. I'm like, but this right here just lets you know how entitled they are to this type of lifestyle, man. You as yourself, you're literally making a video about, hey, most men are not going to be able to give you this lifestyle. But my comment was, yeah, most of y'all are not going to be able to get a man that makes that much. And that's your fucking response? Damn, tell me you biased without telling me you biased.
Okay, this is going to be, I think, pretty controversial. I don't care. I just can't hold it in anymore. I really think young women have lost the plot. I spoke to a young man and I asked him why I'd never seen him with a girlfriend, why he never dates. And he said to me, this is a catch. This person's a catch, okay? Good looking, good values, that funny, nice person. I said, why haven't I ever seen you with someone? And he said to me, because girls just want materialistic things. They want you to take them on nice dinners. They want you to get them that expensive bag for Christmas, the birthday, whatever. And he's like, I'm just not at that stage in my life right now where I can provide that. And I'm just thinking like, what? And, okay, look, when I think of my daughters, when they grow up, who do I want them to marry? Obviously, I want them to marry someone who can provide them a nice, comfortable lifestyle. Obviously, if they can meet him and he already has his house and he's like, come right this way. Here's your new car. Here's your nice house. You don't have to do anything. Don't worry. Princess treatment. Here's your bag. Here's a nice dinner. Okay, yes, fairy tale. But I mean, it's like, guys, one, you're losing the plot. Like, part of love is building a life together. That's part of falling in love, honestly. Part of growing with your partner. It's not meeting them at their peak. It's going to be downhill from there, ladies. I'm joking, but seriously, it's not about meeting them at their complete wholeness, best self. I mean, again, to me, it's like Delulu land for many reasons. I won't get into what men are like if they've reached that point without you. But if you think he's going to stay with you when he's already at that point, if he's with you for the right reasons, more often than not, he's not. But I digress. Look, obviously we all want to live a comfortable, very abundant, financially well-off life. That's not the issue. I'm not saying don't go after that. But what I'm saying is that can't be the first top of the list item you have, which is all I kind of see here on TikTok. And no wonder this guy is like, yeah, no, I'm not ready for that. Neither am I. Neither is my husband. Who are you trying to get with, Elon Musk? Do you know what Elon Musk is like? Guys, look at all the top successful people. Name one that isn't a weirdo. You guys, this is not about marrying into success. This is about building success together. So I just think the priorities have shifted. Women have confused female empowerment with princess treatment, give me everything, and I just am here. No, you have to provide something as well. But the point I'm trying to make is you need to go looking for love with the right list. Your checklist should be values. It should be things you have in common. It should be whether this person makes you feel good, whether they make you a better person, and whether you offer that to that person. That's when you're going to find true happiness. I can't tell you the number of people I have met who married for the wrong reasons. They're miserable. They're miserable, and they look at other people who have actually married for the right reasons, and they're jealous of them. They're envious of them, because that's the only thing that matters in life. If you can find joy and happiness with your loved one and build a life together, that is pure happiness. And then you hear these same young women seeking princess treatment and all the works, financial works, then they're the same girls who are like, men are shit, I can't find anything. Well, yeah. Yes, because when that's what you're chasing, you're not going to find. That pool is full of sickos. You're not going to find anything worthwhile in that pool. I'm not saying that good men aren't successful, but let me tell you something. That good man, before he reaches his success, a woman's bagged him. A good woman's already bagged him. So you're not going to find him at the top. Sorry. You're going to find the ones that women didn't want at the top with everything. That's really what I think is the issue here. We've lost the plot, ladies. Marry for love. Look for love. Don't marry a lazy loser. Obviously, he's not going to do much for you. But it's not even about that. It's just about meeting someone who has what's the word? What's the saying I'm looking for? Who has a gusto? No. Who has a drive for life, for you, for your kids, for your family, for life. Anyway, I was just thinking about that. I was watching this video and I just can't take it anymore. All these good guys who aren't dating because these girls are just looking for something ready to go. But the reason those guys are single is because they're not worthy. Sorry. Start putting the right things at the top of your checklist. And I promise you, you will live a very full, happy life, and you will build a life together. And there will be sacrifices that you probably have to make as well with them. And it won't be comfy right away, but it's okay. It's okay. Because you're going to be with the person you love, building the life you want. And that is so rewarding. I promise. I promise.
The reason why those men are still single is because there is so much content. Soft girl, soft life content. Women coming over here screaming provider, 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 provider. That those men, even if they happen to be single and they are a finished product, those men don't want those women because those men know that those women are only there for what those men can provide. Those women are not up in those men's faces. They're not waiting at the finish line because they like those men. They like those men for what they can provide for them, what they can extract from those men. And because of content like this, such as myself, men are waking up to this realization and they're working on themselves, but they're not going to settle for a liability. And the reality is, a lot of these women that are waiting at the finish line, whether they got their degrees or not, whether they're making six figures or not, they are still looking to be a liability and not an asset. And if that wasn't true, then we wouldn't sit over here. There wouldn't be so many successful women looking for a man to come in and pay the bills. And because that was like one of the last clips I left on one of my recent videos, because that always drove me mad, as well as other men apparently. What sense does it make for you as a woman to go through all this trouble to make all this money only to turn around and say, oh, I need somebody to come in, make just as much as me, or if not more, to maintain the lifestyle that I provided for myself, instead of actually being smart and bringing y'all money together? That way both of y'all can build wealth and not just one person claiming it. So if shit does hit the fan, at least both of y'all walk away with something because y'all built something together, as opposed to ending up being in the same predicament like the divorce lawyer was talking earlier, where, you know, now this woman got to enter the workforce because she didn't get a career or she hasn't been in the workforce, and now she got to start from ground zero. But see, women, I'm like, that's the one thing I will agree with the divorce lawyer on what she said. But that's why I don't understand why women trip out over the 50-50. I'm like, do they not know that about 3 out of every 4 marriages, the women are working? It's like, I don't understand where y'all, it's like, bro, is the soft life content, is the hypergamous content that influential? And if it is, I don't want to hear a bitch complaining about red pill content anymore, because this is ridiculous.
The problem is they understand perfectly clear, Rome. That's the real issue. And shout out to our brother, man. Shout out to Rome. He just recently crossed over 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Congratulations on that, because he's been through some trials and tribulations with YouTube, demonetization, all kinds of shenanigans on their part. I also want to offer my condolences to his late father, who I know he loved very much, who passed not too long ago, who'll be very proud of what he's accomplished. And I'm going to leave a link to the original video pinned to the top comment. You guys stop by, say hi, and tell him I sent you. In the meantime, the lady here made some great points, and I don't know why she's outside exercising with both her ears covered while pushing a 2-kid stroller. That is entirely unsafe in case a dog gets loose or somebody runs up behind her. But anyway, a guy she called a catch called it down the middle. He's probably been on dates. He's probably had some Tinder matches or some Hinge matches, and he's heard what these girls are talking about. He's done. This is why the passport bros and the passport joes are hopping on planes, hopping on boats, and getting the hell out of here. There's so little left to build with because these women want to show up at the finish line. Shout out to Rich Cooper up in Canada, the Entrepreneur in Cars channel. He said, and I quote, "Women don't care about your struggles. They wait at the finish line. Fuck the winners." This is what type of time they're on. They don't want to put in any equity. They don't want to put in any work at all. They want to sit back without sowing a single seed and want the entire harvest. No, thank you. Sounds like a shitty deal from my perspective. And the kind of time guys are on these days, you know what? I'm going to let bro say it for me, because he speaks for all of us. Roll the clip.
I got my own money, and you couldn't get yours. Oh, you better figure it out. I don't give a who you is. Yeah, I don't give a damn. Yes, that's right. You didn't make this money. And just because I got this shit don't mean I got to give it to you because you having a hard time. Figure it out, ho. What I got to do? Bring your on for everything I got them doing this because your sorry good for nothing, goat mouth, mammy having ass gonna come to me for nothing because you ain't got shit, because you didn't handle your own, because you didn't take care of your. This bitch is crazy. I ain't giving you nothing, ho. Get it out the mud. Suck some dick. You all them niggas for free. Won't you ask them for some money?
Where's the lie? Seriously. Because while there's a whole lot I could say, I'm going to wrap it with this. Fellas, let these women know. If they didn't want you in their prime, you don't want them in their decline. With that said, that's my time. Like the video, comment down below. Share this video with a friend and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you got any left for the week, hype the video. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Networkers, we working. Until next time.